Hi, welcome to Gaze Planet, the podcast where two boyfriends kiki about all things K-pop. I'm Miles.
I'm Andy.
It feels scary to say, but we're back recapping Boys Planet. This is where this show started. This is why we're called Gaze Planet. We just started as a Boys Planet recap podcast. If you're just joining us, if you're new here, our format is really to do a monthly look at K-pop. Our episodes are only ever 20 minutes. That's what we've always kept to, and we're gay. So, but now we're back to recapping. We're going to recap Boys to Planet. That's the name of the game. Let's go.
How's it feel to be back?
It feels like I'm back with my abuser a little bit because since watching Boys Planet, we've watched like that show done so much better. Like we loved Universe Ticket. We watched Universe League. I watched the Starship show that made I Did.
We watched Island.
Island 2.
You watched Loud.
Yeah, I watched Loud.
We've watched Neezy Project.
So we've watched a lot of shows that were like, oh, it's faster, it's not as messy. But I was going to ask you, Andy, what is the appeal of a show like Boys Planet or Girls Planet?
I just think it's the most culturally significant one. And it seeds 50 groups. Like, you can watch Boys Planet and you will know one member from like almost every group that debuts.
I feel like
over the next 3 years.
Like the top 20 something from Boys Planet are all in groups now. It puts groups on your radar.
Which I think that is what the point of sending the people. I don't think everyone is going to the show thinking they're going to get in the group. They're just going to the show to be like, I want to be put on radars.
So today we're here to talk about Korea episode 1 and China episode 1. We're really just talking about what we call the auditions. I don't know what this first test is actually called. We're going to call it the auditions. And we're going to call the masters the judges. So this year they went back to the produce format and then they did the auditions by company. There's 154 boys. So we are going to play fast and loose with the names. The other difference this year, slight difference, was that they're put into the categories of all-star, which is essentially 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, and if you get no star, you are automatically eliminated.
Perfect. We love
Thank you.
that.
There's
so
also
much.
this format of you can take an extra test, which we'll talk about as we go through these people, but you can do like a save me test. But I want to talk about the stars of the initial episodes, which are always the judges, because we don't know the boys yet. We're meeting them, but I think we're honestly just watching it for like Hyolin's reactions. To me, the star of Korea was Hyolin and Connie.
Yeah. Also, I think that people on Reddit and stuff are so against the judges. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, the judges are seeing things live with vocals put into their ears, and they get to see them. Are they looking at me? Are they looking at the camera? Are they looking at the boys behind us?
What's the energy in the room? Am I getting any energy off of them?
Yeah. So I'm like, if you're not there, like...
If you didn't get a special invite like we did, it's not the same, guys.
I will trust the person who choreographs dances over a YouTube comment.
Any thoughts on the masters, the judges, before we move on? Xiaoting. Xiaoting is here, everyone, from Kepler.
Shaiting. I mean, she's an active group member right now, so I feel like she's probably on her best behavior.
Yeah, I actually really like these judges. I like the ones we've had before. I like Koo Young, the dance teacher that's like very hot to me increasingly. I love 1-star. I really liked Jae-jung as the chief of the Chinese judges.
Do you think there's supposed to be a chief of the Korean one who couldn't make it at the last minute?
I don't know. Okay, so before we get into the boys and talk about our highlights, do you have any thoughts on the overall editing format?
The editing is slicker. I feel like they have, internalized some feedback.
They've grown.
And the fact that they're kicking people out is so refreshing.
Do you think that their suitcases are real when they like walk out with a rolling suitcase because they were eliminated?
I don't think so.
And then when they write on the mirror in lipstick, do you think that's actually like they're writing what they want to write, or
when they leave their breastplate for one of the other queens? Yeah.
Someone please wear a breastplate next season with like the pointiest nipples. Okay, let's get into the highlights. We're going to do the Korean highlights and the Chinese highlights, but I don't have these in order. I think this was the very first performance was IST trainees. They did a song called Misfit. I don't even know if I knew that song. One of their names is Arctic. I wrote down perfect. They thought about the camera. They do a thing where one of them bends over and two of them leap in opposite directions over that guy. One leaps to the right, one leaps to the left. It's not even that crazy of a move, but it was perfectly placed for the camera. Like when we watched the full cam, I was like, this looks great on TV. So I think they thought about the tricks.
Choco won. Best performance of the show to me, of this episode.
That's Taejo and Ye-chan. Ye-chan's in green with the horns in his hair that's highlighted with blonde.
They sound great. They're dancing great. They are giving you personality. They look like they're having fun when they're performing. They look very nervous before, but
Ye-chan is so relaxed, fun,
clear, crisp rapping.
crisp. That's all you can ask for is like, just give it to us.
And if your talking voice is one way and then you're like, it just feels like very silly, but his rapping voice was his talking voice.
I would say the Choco one could Choco me if they want to.
Moving on.
The first big soloist was Ganu in the all denim look, tall, performing Sweat by Zero Base One. I immediately had an eyebrow raised for him because it said that he was a longtime trainee, almost made it into some groups. And I'm like, okay, if he's tall and a good dancer and good looking, what's wrong with his personality? I'm not saying he doesn't, but there has been like drama about him. I mean, we're not here to get into that, but that's always my suspicion is like, okay, but what? Are you a bad person? Why didn't you get in? Can nobody work with you? Performance wise, I wrote down that like his dance is good. His vocals are fine, but he's not having fun. There's no style on them. He's not playing with the song. He's just performing it well, but there's no extra added anything.
I think he was hurt by doing it solo.
Yeah, I think he'd be good in a group.
Yeah, he just like, there wasn't enough as a soloist. Which I'm like, I feel bad for these people that are being assigned solo.
Yeah. Well, we can contrast that with Kang Ujin, who I don't even remember what his actual thing was, but his extra test was Atlantis Princess by Boa. A great choice for an audition song because it has an actual melody. It is like an actual written song where he could show off like his charm, great voice.
Simple dance moves that don't distract.
Yeah, they dinged him on the dance a little bit. I think, was this the one where they disagreed where Connie was like, look, but he has a great foundation?
Yeah, I think she was like, he's clean and doesn't have bad habits yet.
Yeah. Because it was like a low-powered dance where he was like, I thought his lines were great and he was like, but he was more just marking the move sometimes, but it didn't distract and I didn't care because I was like, he's so charming. He's like so pure.
Yeah.
He just feels nice. There's no agenda. So I really like Ujin. Okay, the big hit boys. This is the one where the guy's shoe fell off. Sangwon and Leo. I think we need to comment on the outfits of some of these people. In general, they're not wearing as much black this year.
Yeah, the concepts are definitely brighter.
But the sweater?
Garbage. I'm so over it. The Freddy Krueger sweater, stretched out, ripped,
striped,
in various colors sweater, burn it. Twice was wearing this in the feels 5 years ago. Get it together, people.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny with the looks. You just see like the same things recycled. Where if you watch like the X Factor auditions, the look, Kate, this is a very different type of show. We're trying to fit you into a group that's going to have a concept, but X Factor auditions, the look was so important. Like what Cher Lloyd by Cher Lloyd wore, she wore like the poop catcher dropped crotch pants and like a tank top or something, or Katie Waisel, nobody will remember her, but she looked like a little like Marilyn Monroe crossed with Cyndi Lauper. Like what you wore was so much a part of your individuality and how they could market you. This is like, I want to fit into an established box. And is it going to be the denim on denim box, the S&M black leather, the oh my God, where were the motorcycle jackets?
I think those are, there are people that are wearing it.
But it's like, that was so much a Boys Planet thing. Okay, I'm kind of glad that's out. It was oversaturated.
There's lots of the school uniform dress shirts with sweaters over it.
Yeah, it's the TWSification. It's nice to see them in brighter clothes. I don't need the Freddy Krueger sweater. But it'd be nice if maybe like the soloists were dressed more in their own style. That's where we should be seeing it. The episode finishes with Very Very performing We Must Love. This is the performance where they are holding a black heart at the beginning and then they break it with their hand, which is amazing.
How many of those do you think they brought?
I hope like 20. I love this song by ONF. This is like a 10 out of 10 song for me, so I'm excited that someone's doing it. It reeks of desperation, for sure. It's good, but they're so, as the video game term is, they're sweaty. So we'll see. Okay, moving on to China. The first group, this makes sense to talk about. This group of amateurs did the song On and On by VIX, which is a fantastic song. So we went from Very, Very performing to a song by VIX, their parent group. This is okay. China was fun because I feel like they had some crazy personalities. This group has a fake version of Ricky, Zhang Sheng maybe. He said the word sexy 169 times.
It wasn't really sexy.
No. I feel like boys get this hair, which is based off Felix's hair from Stray Kids, which is like a blonde.
Which is based off of Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah. It's blonde, parted in the center with a baby ponytail and like face framing bangs. It's never the right shade of blonde. There's the black roots of your hair showing. It never looks natural. It should just be a wig. Like, I would just wear a wig of this, then do a wig reveal into a death drop.
Which they're not doing on this episode.
Yeah, we saw it on Universe Ticket. We saw a drop split. Yeah, it's like very heavy branding on this guy, and his catchphrase, sexy, hot, shining forever, is just such a ripoff of Ricky's better catchphrase. Young and rich, tall and handsome. Bitch.
And that got him into 7th place.
Zhang Xing makes me just appreciate Ricky that much more, where I was like, Ricky had the camp and the catchphrases, but also had the talent and like had branding that fucking made sense. This performance, which is messy.
I mean, we watched the full cams of everything we're talking about. That was like a wagon and the wheels have not been screwed on. And it's like, it is going forward down the hill, but at any second, a wheel's going to pop off and crash. Like if they had to do one more verse, it would have been over for those hoes.
It was also giving like Chinese bootleg because Ravi and Vix, not my favorite Korean rapper, even though I love that group, has a very affected rapping style.
난 너를 위한 장난감 목숨은 늘 간당간당해 불안해 확실해 넌 딴 놈에게로 갈아타려 해.
And then you have Zhang Xing and another rapper imitating Ravi's style of rapping. So it's like an affectation on an affectation. And the original's not even really good. So I feel like that was just like a mess from the jump. This is the first time we see somebody that retests, that is going to be a no star and go home, and then they retest and are saved.
Yeah, he sounded great.
Zheng Kun. Guys, I don't speak Chinese, and I'm reading like the English translation of the Korean translation of the name. So I'm the imitation of the imitation.
Lisa, can you teach us Chinese?
I said, dui. Okay, we had this group called Shanghai Team do Devil Game. This is the best performance of maybe the 2 episodes for me.
Just like the movie Devil Game Drama.
The best performer absolutely will not make it into this group.
Chen Bo Wen had the vocals and had the dance.
But not the height.
I mean, my favorite was Fan Jie was the tall one. Great personality, smile, goofy, but can do sexy. I was like, oh, he's my type. Devil Game, great song choice. It's a 0-base 1 B-side, but it gives everyone something to do. They get to show off a lot of falsetto, and the falsetto sounds good. It was just like, it was fully there. It was a fully like K-pop performance, hand gestures, everything you want.
I'm nodding.
We saw 2 people from Ink Code, which is Jaejung, who's the chief of the Chinese judges, Jaejung's label, and they do Crown by TXT. Jen Hao is eliminated, but Sen is praised for his vocals. He is wearing a Freddy Krueger sweater.
But like candy shop Freddy Krueger.
Not much to say here. I'm just always happy to like, I just note the vocalists because I need them. We need them.
Yeah, I think we disagreed about this when we were talking earlier, but I thought when we were watching Boys Planet, it was like, who is going to be singing the songs? But I don't have that worry currently. Because there was like lots of great vocal tone, lots of stable singers. Maybe they're just cutting out the like really cringy bad performances.
And we thank you.
But it does feel like the vocal talent is better this year.
Okay, watching the full cam of Ningbo Dragon Boys. This is the one with Chunan, who has 6 million fans and was just in a movie with Jackie Chan. Watching the fan cam was exhilarating. It's just like built for TV, this performance. This is the one where they all do a front flip, like that you kind of don't see coming, except Chunan lands on his butt. And this is the one where they do the most impressive trick of both episodes, which is when they launch a flip and they...
Oh, like 7 feet in the air.
And they do it in a way where they're lined up so you don't see the lead up to the launch. You just see him fly from the back and land perfectly, like perfect form, and land in the front.
While hitting a high note.
Did he?
No.
We really liked the red-haired guy with the auburn maroon hair.
He looked like Kata with red hair.
And the guy that did the flip, which was good at rapping. Supposedly
But just looked like an average man.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to like make it super far in the show because he just looks like he could be like your dad running a restaurant. But great here. Jin Kun. That one was good. That was good TV.
That was good TV, but I don't think I mean, you could not look at those people and be like, this group could have a second song.
Yeah, I wasn't like debut them now or anything.
I was just like, oh, that was entertaining.
It was also smart because, and the judges didn't call this out, but the whole song is rapped basically, and then they end on a 4-part harmony, loud single note. That's the very last thing you hear from the performance, and I was like, that's really smart to be like, and guess what? We can sing too. Here's your 1-note example.
But if you took out the gimmicks, there would be nothing.
Oh yeah, I mean it was all gimmicks. It was like, this is a RuPaul's Drag Race talent show number. You have 1 minute.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, you would not see that and be like, I can't wait to listen to the full album.
No, but I think like it's not about that yet. I think the auditions are their own beast. I mean, what do you think makes a good audition?
Standing out, and they did.
You can either be like a performer that performs very sincerely and well, but I think, oh, this is a good, actually, we can talk about Hang Yu doing Never. His song to me was perfect because as a soloist, he could show off dance. He had a moment where he could stop and just sing. He had talking moments. I think there was a little bit of rapping. He was almost like a one-person boy band, but he got to show off all his skills kind of one at a time with how that song works. And I think you want to wow people like, yeah, like with Dragon Boys, throw in some tricks. Just make us excited. Some people were just there to competently perform, but not have any spice on top and just be like,
I'm dressed like a schoolboy and I'm walking this way, smile, and I'm walking this way. Ding. Song over.
I learned the beats of the song. Like, it's got to be more.
Yeah, and
Who
this guy
are
doing
you?
Never is like, here's my rap, here's my high note, here's my giving it all, here's my dance break.
I'm not sweaty. I'm not desperate. I relax and I've got it. And I'll show you I have it. Yeah. And I'll show you why you can put me in a group.
And then instantly eliminated.
God, I hope not. Hang you. What did you think of Jack and Neon? Neon from New York City, Jack from Australia, doing Tap.
They were the Jay and Camden of the season.
Yes.
Where one is like, oh, the best rapper. And then Jack is not the same as Jay, but...
Jack's like a hyper golden retriever puppy.
Yeah.
And then Neon is like cool rapper man.
He just has Western swag, which stands out so much on these shows.
I mean, those people should be priority line to the front. The Western swag people, to me, that's one of the ingredients of K-pop. It's Korean, a Korean thing with Western swag on top. That's why we've always liked JYP.
That's why it's called K-pop. It's Korean doing American pop music.
And that's like what the best of it brings is like, it's the twist. Like Neon is a twist where you're like, oh my God. Yeah, I did write Neon the Camden. I really like him. He did it his way. He was doing cute moves, but in his own style. He just seemed so competent. Like he had it, and great natural rap voice. Great pronunciation because he's from America.
And he also like sang a little bit and it was fine.
Okay, finally we have the Nue team. Nue is the French word for to tie, and if you look at the logo of Nue Entertainment, their R is like a string that is knotted, which is amazing. They have a boy group out right now from one of the shows we didn't watch called New Era, but these two randos are also from Nue. This is Anshin and Jin Hao. Basically, these are the boys in the white blouse and the black Joker.
And one of them is number one.
Anshin, I think.
C in the Signal song. Going into it, we know that the show likes him.
Yeah, they do the song Fever. Maybe because it was the end of the episode, I was like, oh, it's fine. But then when we watched the full cam, I was like, oh no, the dance is so good. Vocals are fine, but the dance is like so lightweight. I was more impressed by Jin Hao because he's just like, I think they need to get a wig for him because the hair flips would be incredible because he's just like whipping his head and his neck. And if he had just had like a Beyonce wig.
They just seemed like two people that just had it. I don't know that they
were as exciting.
Is that exciting, but they seemed like you could give them any of these elegant songs and they would just be great. I want to see them do On Guard from Boys Planet.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were just two solid episodes.
And not painful. Not like Boys Planet 1. We didn't have to wait through Hui or any of that crap. Like, to me, it was very watchable this time around. Yeah, snaps, claps. That's the recap. This was Gaze Planet. No one else can get that podcast name. Hunty. We will be recapping the show. We also have our monthly episodes. But we're going to leave you out on a song. A group that did not do well from China tried to do Supergirl by Super Junior M. This is one of my very first like K-pop-ish songs and videos that I was obsessed with in like 2009. So we're going to leave you off on Supergirl. If you haven't watched the video, you suck. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All my supergirl, wish you were the baby girl.